All right, so taking a little break from the car stuff. We're gonna get back on that pretty soon. This place is a freaking disaster zone. I'm tired of it, and I've moved the trailer, the travel trailer, out. So I've got my little enclosed trailer I picked up for $500 a couple years ago when we moved out here. It's got a torque thrust on one side, so you know it's a hot rod. Anyway, I basically just use it as a mobile shed. So I've got a bunch of crap that was on these shelves over here. Still a bunch of crap on these shelves, but a lot of stuff that we took out of that trailer, that vintage trailer we're redoing. So I just took all that crap and crammed it in here for now. Yeah, it's pretty well full of crap. Yeah, I'm gonna pull this thing out. I got some ideas about what I want to do to try to make the shop less of a cluttered mess. I need to get rid of a bunch of crap that's in some of these totes. I got a bunch of old AV stuff that isn't worth keeping anymore. So I've got, you know, these other shelves at the end. These here, these three, there's really supposed to be two, but these three I'm going to build a false wall, I think, with. And I'm going to put it over here by the metalworking area and make it to where, try to keep some of the metal shavings and all the grinding and all that crap contained to some degree. I guess we can go outside and you can see our new lift. Well, I say it's new to me. It's used. I picked it up on old Facebook Marketplace. Here's the arms for it. It's a 10,000 pound forward lift from like 2002. Made in USA. Stout dude. And it was cheaper than any Chinese lift I could have got, you know. So ordered new cables for it, and the hydraulic lines I'll probably replace those with hard stainless lines. But there it is. I need to pressure wash it and get it cleaned up. All right, I'm gonna pull that trailer out and all that fun stuff. We'll be back. All right, we didn't get as far as we wanted to today, but we got this shelf here. I decided to just put one shelf over there. I think two would get too crowded whenever you're trying to pull a vehicle in at an angle. At this one, we will most likely be able to come in and kind of kick over, because the lift be about where this old sink is. That's where a post will be, so we want to be able to kind of loop it through there. But we'll get more of the process tomorrow after I get off work or whatever. I'm just gonna move that shelf down. It's a slow process, but we got to get it done quickly because it's only getting colder. All right, little update. Got off work a little bit ago. Got these shelves moved down, or that shelf moved down. Actually, I shifted all these shelves down that way, and I put the parts washer over here because I figured you don't really want your parts washer near your air conditioning. I need to put a new filter in my little ghetto filter. You just don't realize how much junk you have until you start pulling it all out and stuff, and I'm just about to the point where I want to throw everything away. I had to add an outlet over there too, so that took a little bit of time, but we're not moving as fast as I'd like. I gotta get on the ball. The problem is, it's just like you walk by one thing and you pick it up and you get sidetracked, because I've got ADD. I have since I was a child. Struggle with it. But anywho, yeah, we just gotta keep our nose to the grindstone. Put a grill up there, and then, you know, stacked all this shit up here. Got those tires up there and stuff like that. I'm gonna keep on trucking, see what I can't get done today. I'd like to at least get all this shit out of this area here by the end of the day, so that way I can go start moving this shit, because I'm gonna start putting engine stands over here and stuff like that. Oh god, just up against a mountain here, sitting here talking about it, ain't gonna get it done. So we'll be back. Found a great way to vacuum all this nasty crap up with your shop vac. My back is not killing me at all from doing this shit all day. There you go. Doing it that way ensures that not only your back hurts, but your knees and your calves and your thighs hurt as well. Little trick of the day. Got the jack stands hung up, those ramps. Engine stands can live over here. Old batteries. Some of these batteries are so good I use them at work, so I just charge them. Just find homes for some of this stuff. Those are like the inner fender wells from the Dodge, my 71 Dodge. Then I put like commonly used stuff over here, like plumbing fittings and electrical stuff. Like, this is household stuff, but it's got to live somewhere, so it'll live here for now. I think I'm done for the night. My back, it's not feeling great. Getting old sucks. turned 38 last week, so starting to feel it, almost 40. So you know how that goes. We'll be back at it again tomorrow after work. Gotta get it done. Not enough time in the day. All right, we're back, and I got the lift in here. That wasn't anything worth watching. Got my center line marked. I'm gonna make it 12 foot off the door. I mean off the wall. You know, it suggests 15 foot to the nearest obstacle, so that's a real long vehicle. I'm not putting crew cab long bed trucks on here, and if I do, I'll probably just leave the door closed. See if we can't tear something up. I'm gonna try to lift these posts up, get this post up in the air a little higher, and then try to scoot the sawhorse in further. When you move forward, and then I will come up to it from a lower point, strap it a lot of times, and I can lift it up and kind of scoot it back because it needs to go back to about where the back wheel is on the tractor. Inch it forward, and I'll come down with the tractor and I'll bring the forks down a little bit. I got 20 million things to do before I can come home to you. Put things straight and get them right. I may not make it back tonight. How I like to be with you, but I got all these damn things to do. Must be done in case the sun goes down before the race is won. It's really just not a good place to strap it and grab, so. Strap, put two straps on it, strap the crap out of it, and just kind of see what we can do. What I'm gonna do with the other post is I'll lift it up and pull it out away from there whenever we're setting it up. But I'm gonna try to get this one kind of centered, and then we will probably put at least one anchor in there so that we can use it to square up the other one when we put it up. Show you what we're working with. So we got our chalk line here, represents the center of the post, and then I put this line here. That's the back there. So whenever we've got a little wiggle room, so whenever I put the other one, I'll measure it before I start screwing the other one down. But in the meantime, this will be fine. I'm not real good at much anything, but definitely not real good at squaring shit up. So it is what it is. Or I guess I need to put an anchor in this one. We'll put an anchor. I'll get the hammer drill out and we'll go ahead and throw at least one anchor in there. All right, I got the hammer drill, SDS drill, some 3/4 wedge anchors, a hammer, and I guess I need a socket, but for now we'll just get what we're doing right now. Let me get the handle for this. Looks like we'll use a DeWalt handle. Hopefully it fits. Probably too big. Of course. Why would it fucking fit? Well, that's aggravating. Alright. It's not missing the nut that was going to another part of it I don't need right now. So, that's okay. What can you do? Bought another bit just in case this one sucks. Which it seems like it does. What do we do? I hit a piece of rebar already or something? Wouldn't that be about freaking right? A little deeper. Slab is about probably about 5.5 inches deep. That's pretty good. Good enough. All right. 1 anchor in. Should be 1.8 inches. All right. That's good. That's what we want. Okay, now we got that one holding in place. It should be fine to just leave that, and then we'll stand this other one up and try to get it put in position. Yeah, I know this isn't the most exciting stuff, but hey, it's gonna hopefully make the content that I am creating flow a little easier, and I can really show you what I'm doing under the vehicle versus crawling around on my back or rolling around on a creeper, because I got some more builds coming up other than the 72, but we got a couple other trucks we're gonna be building. So all right.
I got 20 million things to do before I can come home to you. Put things straight and get them right. I may not make it back tonight. How I long to be with you, but I got all these damn things to do. Must be done in case the sun goes down before the race is won.
All right, let's see if we can't shimmy this bad daddy in place. Pretty close, and we'll have to get the tape measure out and measure, and then measure 5 more times, then measure some more. We got it standing up, so that's pretty kick-ass. All right. Be 137 inches. 137 and 8. Too far back now. Probably centered though. No, it's still not centered. So have 2 tape measures. That makes it smart. Smooth, right? Smooth, X-Lax. Hey, get back on there. Let's come this way a little bit. Probably knock this off center now. No, it's still centered. That means it wasn't centered before when I said it was centered. Okay. Okay. So these should be parallel with each other, I guess, now. I see 137. See 137 there. 137 there. Luckily the anchor is a little bit smaller than the hole, so we'll have a little room to tap a Rooney hit. I guess I need to put one in on over here, and then we'll be able to put the top bar on. I'm gonna tape all this shit off and paint it. It's just too cold to paint it outside. It would take days to dry, and I don't want to spend days waiting for that. I'm gonna drill another hole. You don't need to watch me do that, so I'll drill another anchor over here, tap it in, and then we'll get the crossbar up. Try to get that so we can kind of work on getting them plumb, whatever the fuck that means, plumb and level. What do you think? I think we're doing some real stuff now. Shit is fixing to go down.
We're just about to walk past a werewolf, so some shit might go down.
Look out, guys. Don't catch fleas.
Okay, I'm gonna drill another anchor and we'll be back. Got the next anchor hole drilled. Go ahead and drive the anchor in there. Now I just got to do that 1, 2, 3, 10 more times. Another little thing, like I went through, I think I showed you where I would go all the way through the slab to the ground. If I ever want to have to move the lift or want to put it somewhere else, get another lift, something, whatever, it's nice to be able to just hammer those anchors back down on the ground. It'll make it easier to get it back up. I don't know, it just helps a lot of stuff. So gets it back down on the floor. If I sell the shop and I take the lift with me, which probably won't ever happen, but you never know. We got the crossbar installed. My buddy Derek swung by for a minute, so he helped me throw that up there real quick. I still hadn't done any more of the anchors yet, because my shoulder doesn't feel like doing that tonight. So we'll do that tomorrow. I gotta go help my brother put some electrical outlets in his house. Then we'll work on putting the cables on. I think I mentioned it, I don't know, but I bought new cables. Where did I put them? I don't know. They're somewhere around here. Hiding out. Oh, here they are. Yeah, I bought new cables. These are actually thicker cables than the ones that are on there, so that's nice. Oh, yeah. Insacoa is the name of the company I bought those parts from, so they're the cheapest freaking price for them, so can't beat that. And they've got, I mean, heck, they got here this week, and I ordered them. I guess it was Monday or Tuesday. Monday? Alright, it's like I don't know, a few days later. Didn't work on it yesterday. Today, my buddy came over and we ran some MC BX cable wire or whatever, because it's just less expensive than buying conduit and buying stranded wire and running it separately. So I ran two, cut it up in a junction box up there, so I can have a 120 volt outlet down here, or a box, you know, just for convenience of, you know, hooking stuff up. And then we'll have the 240 volts going to the lift pump power unit, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I got these anchored in. Those are all in and everything. Got to drill these other 5 holes and then probably be it for the night. But I'll get some shims or figure out how we're going to shim it and get it level. So anyway, yeah, we'll do that. Guess I'll put you on a time lapse and we'll do that.
I got 20 million things to do before I can come home to you. Put things straight and get them right. I may not make it back tonight. How I long to be with you, but I got all these damn things to do. Must be done in case the sun goes down before the rains hit.
Alright, so we hit rebar. So that sucks. That really blows. Because that post is set. I guess I will drill the other holes and we'll have to figure out what to do about that. Shit. Why can't it just not go that way for me sometimes? God forbid it be fucking simple. We'll be back after I figure out what the fuck to do. Well, according to garagejournal.com, I don't know if you know about that website, but I've spent a lot of hours on there. It says to just keep feeding it the hammer bit or the masonry bit until it goes through the rebar. So let's give it a whirl. What's the worst that can happen? I ruined the $20 bit. Well, I still have this one, so I can drill the other ones. All right, let's go.
I got 20 million things to do before I can come home to you. Put things straight and get them right. I may not make it back tonight.
Alright, well, I hit the rebar, you know. So I just took this wore out high-speed bit. I don't know if it made a difference or if I was just right at the end of it, but just let that dig into the rebar for a little bit. I don't know if I'll be able to sharpen that and reuse it or not, but hey, it served its purpose. I'll hammer this one down in there, see if it stays. We may be taking that bolt out and hammering it down into the dirt, because I don't know if that'll, you know, grab. I feel like the hole's gonna be walled out, so we may be using some epoxy in there. That one, you just never know. Maybe it grabbed on the rebar. Probably not. Anyway, see if this bit's got anything left in it to do some more.
I got 20 million things to do before I can come home to you. Put things straight and get them right. I may not make it back tonight. How I long to be with you.
Final anchor. That one was kind of a beating, but we got it. Well, I gotta put the cables on, still do the hydraulic, and yeah, I don't know. I had a lot to do. Anywho, we will see you tomorrow, and hopefully we can, I don't know if we'll have time to finish it tomorrow, but we'll finish it this week, and then you'll be able to see this on the YouTube. So, all right, we got the post gemmed up. I put those ugly plates under there, and then this side I kind of used some plate and some washers and stuff. Got it pretty leveled up. Figure we can work on the electrical. I think I showed y'all. Got the junction box up there, so I'm gonna run a 110 or 120 and a 240 down here, and then I'll have a plug for the welder. Well, I'll be able to use both welders. Primarily, I'll be using probably my small welder, so that'll just be in 110. So I have a box for the 110, a box with the 240 plug, the welder plug, the NEMA 50. So, yeah, bolt to that, and that'll go in there. And I also am going to put a switch on here, because just in case the lift wants to run away, we'll have our coverage here. This is a double pole single throw switch, so you just go power in, power out, one leg, one leg, one leg, one leg. 20 amps should be enough, because that's what the lift calls for. If it doesn't seem to be enough, I'll put a 30 amp on there, but they didn't have any in stock when I went to the store, so we'll go with the 20 for now. The way it's going to go down, the way the shit is going to go down, and go into this, go into our welder plug, come from our welder plug to our switch plug. So go over to this box, and yeah, that'll be that. Nothing too crazy. All right, got it drawn out so it makes more sense to me. All right, breaker box. This is the junction box on the ceiling. So you got your 3 wires coming in, 3 wires are going to go out. All right, your black wire is going to go to that limit switch, right? That's the limit switch box. All right, so that black wire will go there. Before it goes to the limit switch, I'm going to tie it into this red wire. So that red wire will bypass the limit switch. Blue is white, okay? That's your white wire, okay? So the red one will bypass the limit switch and go to one side of the welding plug. White wire will just come down to the welding plug, go there, and then from there it'll go over to the power unit. like I said, the black wire will just bypass. It'll come off of there and it'll go directly over to this. Oh, I'm gonna add a switch in there too, so I guess I can add the switch somewhere in here. There's gonna be a toggle switch. Okay, this is a lot going on. We will see what we can do about wiring this crap up. Yeah. Oh well, we'll do what we can do. All right, so what we're gonna do is put these little connectors on here. These MC connectors. I'm not talking about MC Hammer either. Armored cable connectors. Alright, so these, I'm changing it up from my drawn out diagram. So I'm going to tie the red end up at the junction box at the ceiling. And then, anyway, the red will be tied to the black wire, and then it will bypass the thing here. Really crowding the switch. Our red wire is going to keep going. It's going to connect to our other red wire. The black wire on this one's going to connect to here. That's going to continue on to our power toggle switch that will eventually continue on to the motor. It'll be a tight squeeze in this box, but we'll make it fit. See, that switch is hanging. I don't like that. That's why I'm putting that toggle switch on there, in case that decides to, for whatever reason, both switches hang. Pretty unlikely, but you just, better safe than sorry. I am by no means an electrician, so take my advice at your own risk. I did work as a wiring, low voltage and electrical technician for a while. Electrician helper, I guess you'd say. That doesn't mean I'm a doctor or anything, but so red's bypassing that. Red's gonna tie in up at the ceiling to the black wire. We'll get all this crap ran down here and routed down here, and then we'll be back. All right, so I'm gonna put this. I made this little bracket for our electrical here. So see if I can't juggle this and weld it on at the same time. Probably not, but we'll give it a whirl. Not gonna be the prettiest thing, but it also is not gonna be structural, so does it matter? Probably not. Would I hang anything off of it? Nah. Will it do its job? It ain't going nowhere. You're going nowhere.
Where you going? Nowhere.
We'll drill us a couple holes. Ready to rock and roll. Ready to do some electrical crap. Look at that, beautiful. It gets the point across, right? It serves its purpose. That's the important thing. It's serving a purpose, and that's the whole 2 electrical boxes. All right, so I got the electrical hooked up on this side, got the hydraulic lines hooked up. I need to double check and make sure everything's tight. I think this one's still loose. Yeah, it's still loose there because I was fiddling, but I got the arms on. My brother came over yesterday and helped me. He tightened up got the cables tightened up to where we can adjust adjust it or whatever. So we'll see where it ends up. Here in a few, we'll crank her up and see what happens. I feel like I mixed something up here. That's not good. I may be disconnecting those again. Oh yeah, they got twisted. How the funk did that happen? Ah, great. Now I'm about to loosen that son of a gun up again. That's an idiot move. It's a stupid move on my part. So there we go. Gotta love that. That's not a pain in the ass at all. So I'm gonna redo that cable and then we'll be back. Hey, All right, got that cable switched back over, and I got the breaker installed in the breaker box. I went ahead and bled the line, so let's go up, see what happens. Put some more hydraulic fluid in it. Let it rest on its stops. On the locks. Yeah, locks up. All right. Well, heck. That was fun thrashing for several days trying to get this done. What do y'all see in there? Pretty low, huh? Guess I better go ahead and top that off. Get a funnel and do that. I didn't continue covering the electrical stuff, mostly because I'm not an electrician. I don't want to give anybody bad advice. Better if I don't tell people how to wire stuff, you know? I would hate for someone to follow my directions on how to do that and then something happened to them or their lift or their house or anything. Family, I don't know, anything could happen. I don't want to be responsible for something like that. I'm just giving you nothing really, just showing you what the hell I've been doing, because it's, you know, been a few weeks since I've put any vehicle stuff out, so this is what you're getting. Sounds like someone just pulled up to my house, so I'll be back. All right, sorry about that. My dad came by. He was borrowing my trailer, so, you know, you just get kind of sidetracked with that. So I should have had him come in here and y'all could have met him. I'm not very smart like that, but that's all right. Anyway, I topped off the fluid on the old gal. And they're clicking at the same time, so we are good to go. Now I just need to put a vehicle on here. Haha. Anyway, yeah. I didn't, you know, capture all of it, you know, but hey, we're here. It's standing. It's functioning. Lifting up and down. I need to torque the bolts down still, but that's about it. For the videos though, we'll stick something up on here so we can see what it does, right? All right. Might add some foam or something to the beams there so we can avoid, you know, dinging up our beautiful old hot rods like these, you know. All right, see if we can lift the truck up. We got it, I think, in good places, so we will find out. Let's see what we got here. This stupid exhaust right in the fucking way. All right, we're gonna lift it up a few inches and just kind of shake it and see, kind of pick up on it and see if it's balanced center of gravity. Right, we hit our first lock, so it don't feel great, does it? This is fucking just sitting on the exhaust. And I may have to try to put another extension on them. I don't know if I have room. Let's see about that. Yeah, I think that's better. Because that way it'll lift it up before it gets to the exhaust. Go ahead and add them to all of them.
But I got all these damn things to do. Must be done in case the sun goes down before the race is won.
I haven't put anything on a 2-post lift in 20 years. If that tells you anything. My dad ran a tire shop whenever I was in my early teenage days. All right, our first lock. Second lap. Okay. Alright. Exhaust kind of in the way there. This one could have come in a little bit, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, this one, there's just not room for it to. I need to move the truck over to the driver's side a tiny bit, because see, this one's kind of extended out. This one's all the way, I mean, it's just a friggin' half of an inch, but yeah, these trucks do make it a little difficult with the way the frame kicks up like that. A little more difficult to lift on. I guess the only other thing I could do is move it back a little bit, but I don't have much room to move it back, because you see it starts kicking up here too. So, you know, we'll mess around with the lift placement and all that stuff. You can get a glimpse of how grimy this stuff is after years of sitting. That old Turbo 350 leaky. Turbo 3 leaky. So I got the tab and triple nickel plating. Wow. Limited lifetime warranty from where? What's the limit on the warranty? Trip Plus. Huh. I had to look into that because this is unacceptable. Lots of grease, which has probably kept the brake lines from being complete junk. That's a plus. That's a plus. It does need some cab mount bushings and stuff like that. Yeah, look at that. I've got some polyurethane ones. I'm still trying to decide if I'll use them. Anyway, here it is, lifted in the air. You know, obviously get more familiar with the lift so we can get the proper placement of the lifting points and everything. But hey, this is quite a improvement on crawling around on jack stands. We just gotta figure it out, you know, get more comfortable using it and all that fun stuff. But I guess we'll put her down so I can work on some other crap on it. We've got those seats. I'm gonna clean up those seats and put those in. At least we can check and see if anything was leaking, since we could put some pressure on it. I'll let her down. Anyway, that's where we're gonna leave this one. Nothing real exciting, I guess, but hey, I really appreciate anyone that's watched and continues to watch and come back and watch some more, and we'll be getting some more actual, you know, build content here soon. I got a couple things in the works, so this will make it easier to do these things. All right, so until the next one, we'll see you. Don't forget, I'm not gonna do this twice. Definitely not doing this one twice, but most of the time, if you're not doing it twice, you're probably not doing it right. All right, thanks.